This is how I know Gubi's family. When I was a little boy, their family used to come and work on our farm. Then just one morning, there's no one left on the farm. And they left Botswana. It was their hunting grounds. They never get involved in fights and wars. That was their downfall. People push them away from their land. And because they have to share this land with that people, that caused a lot of problems. People look down on them. This family started to be proud again of being Bushmen, and they like to be called Bushmen. There was a sort of a revival in their culture and traditions. And we as Westerners, who think we are sophisticated, we have a lot of things to learn from this family. My name is Avi. I'm a local farmer here, and my farm is neighboring the government land where the Gubi family is staying on and the other San people. And I know Gubi for many years, and now they are one of the few people in Namibia without any land.
Gubi's family are a charming family of San or Bushmen whose culture and history has existed for tens of thousands of years. Their home is in the Kalahari Desert in Namibia. There they have a deep connection to their land and ancestors, and they're a true family spanning 3 generations and ranging in age from 80 to 18.
My name is John and my age is 22.
My name is Maria Bessa. Negative Gunner.
Johannes.
My name is Anna. And I can my ouderdom gaat niet, want ik heb die bij de school gegaan. Ik ga gaan koken gaan nu. Ja, dan is het komen goed toe. Marcella is hy wat vir ons die reën gegee. Ja. Elke dag die plek wat ek gaan ek sê Marcella kom. Daardie persoon is seker my voet gewees want ek is die persoon wat krip.
This family has something special. They're one of the few San families who still practice their traditional culture through their dance and their songs. This is part of an ancient tradition of healing trance dance that is one of the oldest on the planet. Although they are mourning the loss of one of their most vibrant members, Marcella, they are determined to continue with their music and dance.
Camino te kim kama ka. A camino te ka ba hutuka.
Nina me mandi ba kanjin ka ko de sore ka na ka hutu tari ku ni gitu ko ni.
Expel fralle vidi outer dis si se futers expel twilekis testi ana ina fanti bol di ana ina stando do
Our dancing is about communicating with the spirit and talking to our ancestors. It's the ostrich and the lion.
Even ngai pun khlu ki tem toi pai of tari of ngai of kham of tom higi
I can dance, and then maybe people want me to dance for them, and then the dance that I'm doing, it's also part of healing.
Agen tao kom kungan kamai siki kan ko kaman tao kom kungan kan swat khate ama tui khaste ki tari ki a kau amzi kau amsa si kau si ma tsi kau amzi Jordan ki tan ka khot ka anwen tsi ba kham da ke na dai sa ki dai si ba tsi
Marcelo was giving the power to our dance, which is like ostrich dance and lion dance. So she was giving me and my brother power to dance.
Ik is net zanger om de dans die voor mij moeilijk maar om te zingen.
Ja,
The San belief system is intrinsically linked to their music and dance, and the survival of this precious knowledge is passed on from generation to generation. There has been an issue with San losing pride in their culture and heritage. This results in a loss of knowledge, but in this family, the passing on of this knowledge is alive and well.
Dis my oupa goed vir my geleer saam my. My tom van my ma die familie ek ken vir hulle. Alle sinde hoe dans ek. Dan sê hierdie kind ons kan moed vir hom. Hy gaan regte nou ja ons wil vir hom vang maak hom leer hy kan mooi wees. Want hy kan ken alles want ons sien hy sy dans is baie mooi vir ons. Situ kale izika bangama kale ka bangama tu ngole sa tu kale kan kami kwala kami khogin tam na ko khogin ni ba kha ko thaning kala sa na gun ate ka thaning chode kwa kama na thaning kama kanga ga ko tsinga tsabi ko chuta modi ang kwa tenza nga unisa kama kama kin ka kwa I khogin tam tak.
I used to get up at 6 or 7 or 8 when I go to bed. It might be late. If we can sit until in the morning, it's no problem for me. Because I have to know the traditional. The old time, it was not good time. Because they were just roaming around, getting hungry. Sometimes they are just bad luck and they doesn't get anything to eat. And when the rain rains, that's the time they get some food from the field and then they can eat. Now, if there is no rain, they just get hungry and some of the people were dying because of hungry, no water to drink. Now he's saying that he's thinking now this time's life is better than the old time life.
Marcella, is hy wat vir ons die reën gegee. Ja. Nou hy gee vir ons die lewe soos wat hy so maak. Hy wil maak die komkommers hy kan uitkom en die tamas ook hy kan uitkom. Sy kinders kan daar goeders eet. Dis ons is terdies. Dis van ons terdies. Of die persoon hy kan oorlede, enige persoon wat oorlede van ons is terdies. Ons was sy klere skoonmaak en weer die madelsene op daar aan sit en die rook. Ons almal gaan staan by daardie rook. Julle sal agter daardie werk sien van die rook. Die Here toe. Hy kan gaan by die hemel toe. Alles hy kan sê alles vele vader gaan by die hemel toe.
The lion, it's our family. So about the lion, it's about the people that are healing. Maar eindelijk, jij weet die waar mensen, hulle is ook een grensbok en aan de andere kant is hulle ook een leeuw, je weet. So, wat ons meer gebruik is een leeuw. It works that I decided that I want to be healing. So, and then the old man will talk to his ancestors and then they will negotiate that problem there and talk to my grandfather. And then if he came to me and now he's starting to teach me. Me and him are gonna be having a special place in the field to teach me. When he's teaching me about the healing stories, I will also be meeting with the lions. And I won't be afraid, so I'm also gonna be putting the heart of the lion to be strong. If I see the other lions, can just be okay.
Gubi's family are one of many impoverished San families living in Namibia that have struggled at the hands of an ever-changing, developing world.
Yeah, ik heb gezegd, mijn naam is Joseph, mijn buurman naam is Kamdep en mijn vader is Bessa. Mijn pa's naam is Bessa. Ik is geboren in Botswana. Ik is geboren in Charles Hill. Mijn vrouw is Maria. Ik heb dat... Hoe zit Aluga hier verleden jaren, hoe zit zo hier en daar sadikis gehad. Maar hoe zit nu, zoals hier de andere goed, zo tomaties en die andere kost gehad. Hoe zit net die tama. Ja, is dat tama. Ja, ons noemen ze tama. Ja, ons zit net die gewoon lekker tama gepland die verleden jaren. Nou heeft die vrouw gekomen van Engeland af met een plan van die tenen wat je hier ziet.
My name's Hattie, and I first met Gubi, Anna and Marcella in the UK while organising their album launch in 2001. Well, I basically had a real connection with the family here, and at the end they said to me, if you want to come out and learn about our culture and our use of plants, because I was particularly interested in their healing techniques and healing ability, then come and stay with us. You know, you'd be more than welcome to be our guest.
Kom kyk my huis. Kom kyk my huis. Vir jullie, hulle byt net vir my, want ek lê by die sand. Ek wil die bed hê. Ek wil alles hê, handkas. Daar's niks. Dis net die hout wat ek gemaak om te kom weer bote opset.
I'm doing a garden project, Kalahari Garden Project, which is, I'm coordinating it. The mission of the project essentially is to improve the food security of the San people living in this area in Corridor. There's about 650, 700 San people living here, all of whom are living on an extremely simple diet of maize meal, porridge and sugar and tea and the occasional meat that gets illegally hunted, basically, or bought if there's some income that's come in. Their nutrition is poor. You've got a group of indigenous people who previously were able to hunt and gather and maintain an independent subsistence through that, who are no longer able to hunt because it's become illegal and because the fences that have been put up have interrupted the wild game and driven them away, basically, in competition for water. Basically, poverty and lack of a reliable food supply was one of the main reasons that they were conducting a sort of form of informal prostitution, basically, and sleeping with people to put food on the table and to feed their kids.
It's me and my brother who lives in here. Magnus is sleeping here. And this one, on the ground, I'm sleeping on that one. This is coming from Joburg with my mom when my mom was performing there. This is for me. I just put it maybe when when maybe God will help me, I get a girlfriend and we have baby. The baby must play with it.
This project was to try and enable them to regain a sense of independence by means of growing their own food and securing their own food supply.
Misschien veranderen met onze leven. Eet, die manier hoe ons eet zal misschien veranderen.
Oh yeah, ada sudah yeah. Sì. Anche con una sagna, con che si occupa, dai, vabbè. Oh, the sugar, ya go kaya. Oh, you got go, I think, was it clear, do my tie, clear, sure.
The bushwalk. It's when we go out with two people to get bushwalk. We show them some fruits that we're getting from the field and, how we are hunting, and when there are some footprints of the animals, wild animals, we show them. These domestic animals finish up the wild food for us.
None get can take it from the king of Mataka. Not what we cover from the king of Taba. Come that they covered like it too, how I could shake up. Choose into inside, Gingamagadiaki, Nan Club to cut and say at Common Ike, each into a kite, and cover tickets, 20, each in a kite.
You're looking at a population here who really have something to teach us, and a culture that has really encountered so much change over the last 100 years. From being able to maintain such an incredibly independent subsistence in one of the world's harshest environments to a population that's now really dependent and unable to feed themselves because of the way that the land's been carved up and because of their political and social marginalization.
I think the biggest need for them will be land for themselves, and a sort of private land which belongs to them, where there's no involvement from other groups or tribes or whatever.
Landlessness and lack of land and land rights here for the San people is a major issue.
Sometimes I bring them to the farm and they stay a few days here, and it gives me big satisfaction to work with them, and especially when I bring them to my farm to see how they blossom in a place where nature is still in a very good state.
When at the Abyss farm, when I'm there at that farm, now that's the time now I'm thinking about the old time. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe if it was in the old time, people living like now, they can stay with their skins and their life is better, and they can have near water and be okay, not roaming around.
And the problem is that farmland is very scarcely available today.
You've come out here at a really sad time for all of us and filmed the funeral of a really incredible woman. Marcela's really the reason, probably one of the main reasons that I've kept coming back here. You know, I had a very special connection with the family here, and I had a special connection with the place. But her spirit and her smiles and her laughter and her generosity, you know, made me feel constantly welcome here and constantly part of the family, even when at other times some of the family members have been upset by things or there's been cultural misunderstanding. You know, I could always go and sit at her fire and have her support me through that and make me laugh about it, actually, more than anything.
Hij heeft net zo gedood, man. Van een nacht, daar in post. Ja, laten die mensen, die mannen miskeerd. Mannen miskeerd. Dat nog voor vrouw misdood maken. Dan, want het is bijna lelijk. Vrouw misdood, zomaar dood maken. Het is lelijk. Ik denk hierdie story is bietjie lang story.
Mijn naam is Alois. Alois Mutibi. Ik is senior counselor hier. Ja, ik heb zo lang gebleven. Maar Matsala is zo groot geworden bij hierdie 18. Toen we gaan naar school ingegaan. Toen we tegen begin om traditie hierdie dans te dansen.
Zoals wat hulle het gekom, hierdie tyd, wat ons het geloop, sien die meisiekind. Toe die meisiekind het vir ons vertel, hy het gesê, die man, hy het gesê, ek kom het die wit man. Ek vry saam met die wit man by die Johannesburg.
Marcella, zoals ik from ken, zijn hart. Dit was een vrouw, want het kan niet zeggen dat dame is een vrouw, is een trouw te voelen. En dit was een vrouw wat niks gedaan.
Hela, het is niet die waarheid nie. Ons staan aan werk, ons zoekt die leven.
Marcella, jou ring is sing.
Ja, my kind ook, Alex, hij is nooit zo gedood, man. Zoals hierin, van die man.
Ons, hier zo, ons heeft hem klaar gebegraven. Maar in die films, en zoals hij altijd gaat dansen, hij zal nog altijd dansen daar. Als we ons niet verstaan, elkaar, want hij is Afrikaans, hij spreekt zo zwaar. Maar dat tolken Engels.
Ons het daar die man gezet en gepraat. Hij zei, ja, mijn vrouw, hij vrij samen met Kauniki. Hierdie man, geld wens als die man.
In het TV, je golang. In het TV, je una mopilon salon. Lebana bagago ba.
Hij heeft hier gegaan, hij heeft niks gedaan meer geweest. Hij heeft bijna van hierdie kalari meisje voor hele geleerd. Ik had al iets zo bij.
From dimu yo tata mule fatsi. Amen.
En daar vanant wat hij voor oorlede gedood maken. Hij daar pa van, hij het gekomen, hij het daar gestaan bij die vel.
Zoals hij zo weg is, ik is hartstikke. Ik is bij hartstikke, ik heel ze bij Gubi goed. Want is een kind. Wat mijn broer zijn kind getrouwd, maar het altijd dit passa. Maar ze let altijd te gelukkig hier daar bij mij.
Nou, ons wonder, hierdie ene, hij het groot fout gemaakt. En oorlede, hij het ook gewacht geweest. Hier is hij moest eerst tegen oorlede. Doet hij hierdie eenheid geblezen met voor mij, Marcella. Nou, ik heb die zo erg zo bij haar gedacht, van dat die eenheid geoorlede, die eenheid ik blezen met voor mij. Nou, het is nou alle twee wat voor mij gaat weggaan. smaak vir my hand is geaf. Nou hierdie goeie sê ek kan so dink, hy smaak vir ek kan ook self hang.
Dit was a vrouw, want het kan niet zeggen dat het is een vrouw, is een trouwde vrouw. Dit was een vrouw wat niks gebang is. Hij was ook een vrienden mensen van de mensen. Is die dame die zo vrienden gemaakt van beide landen.
All these things she taught me, she was like my sister out here, my teacher, my doorway into their culture, and more than that, my friend, someone I really loved, and.
Ja, omdat die mensen zeggen, alles die persoon gaan. Die droom van zijn geest. Je droomt zijn geest. Misschien komt ze voor je iets zo. En alles is bij hem te gaan. Nee, heb ik nu kunnen encore
Ja, no ta kin kima an jijin wat an kin. Tu wut mahandi basuli nga tunga tan da kama. En tanika agamat in kaba an nga kabat. Ja, ik voel es right. Mevrouw gaan zoek voor ons leven. Dat is mooi.
Yeah, I'm feeling the spirit when I'm just alone, and it is important for me that I must know I must have the experience, because if my parents are not there, I have to have that power to do it.
You know, them coming to England for a few months enables them to live out here for months and months and to feed their families. So in that respect, I think it's excellent, and it's encouraging the maintenance of these cultural traditions that are by and large being lost. The fact that this is going on, that these tours go on, helps them maintain this culture, helps them maintain these skills that they teach their children.
I first heard about the Gubis through a colleague stroke friend of mine called Hattie Wells, who was an anthropologist studying at the same university as me at the LSE. And over the last few years, she and I have been discussing the possibility of bringing the Gubis over. And it never really quite happened until this year, when the right combination of events and people fell into place pretty much at the right time. Indigenous people seeks to develop a relationship with Gubis that will hopefully continue over a number of years. In the first instance, organising a tour of the UK from late August to mid-October 2008, focusing particularly on Scotland and the Highlands and Islands of Scotland. The likelihood of there being resonance between the strength of identity and cultural heritage of the San people and the emerging or the re-emerging sense of Scottish identity and heritage, we think is something that will work very well. So one of the things we aspire to do is to enable Indigenous communities to harness the economic potential of their own traditional culture.
It's important for me to have a car. Maybe my family, they're getting pension. Like if one of the family is sick, I have to take them to the clinic. So the clinic is also very far from this place.
Ik zal die iets zoeken wat ik wil net daarin, maar ik kan net met daar bij die tronk wees. Ik kan net daar doodgaan. Laat ons kan mooi voelen. Zijn familie, hij kan ook heil. Ik kan zo heil met mijn kind.
Hoe voel ik daarom? Misschien als ik ga, ik zal bijna blij om andere mensen te lopen zien. Omdat ik nog niet rond ga lopen. Ik zal het bedbedieren, omdat de mensen bijna jaloers misschien.
Recht maken, jullie moeten net recht maken. En voor ons net, zeker als jullie kan voor ons helpen. Net voor ons uitdalen tussen die mensen uit. En voor ons speciale plek creëren en voor ons daarbij. Laten we voorgaan met onze traditie goed.
Well, one of the principal long-term outcomes that we hope to generate from working with all the different indigenous groups that we work with, particularly the Gubis, is to address the issue of land and land ownership and land tenure. Because many indigenous groups are dispossessed in terms of their relationship to their ancestral land.
If one wants to go ahead and buy some land for them, you need a lot of money. And first of all, I think that's a big objective, and maybe it's too big, but sometimes it's good to think big. Every day when they come and visit me on the farm, I learn a lot of things. The importance of family and respect for the elder and friendliness and a lot of things. So this family is really special.
Because there's so little here, there's a lot to reflect on about a culture like our own that has so much and how much we waste. But it's also, on the flip side of that, it's made me appreciate, in a sense, how much we have.
I'm very excited to wear my clothes in London because I'm proud of this, my culture. Marcella was giving the power. She is actually in my spirit. I think she will come in my spirit and tell me to continue with the spirit again.